What's going on, Bigger Pockets? It's Matt. So today we're going to talk about the myth of passive investing. Now, I know I'm mixing some things up because a lot of people talk about passive investing, passive income. I mean, that's why we're all doing this, is so we can make passive income. But I want to talk about the biggest myth that's out there around doing passive investing, and also how to work around it and how to create it if you understand the myth, right? The myth is that if you want to invest passively, that I'm going to make money without having to do anything. Right? And a lot of people think that maybe people are in this business because they want to make money without having to do, right? And listen, I'd rather be on the beach in Tahiti, making lots of money, just as you probably would as well. But the fact of the matter is, this is most typically a myth. In that, to invest in real estate, you have to do something, and there's things that have to be done, whether it's done by you or done by another person, to make money in this business. So this is the myth. To make this requires action, requires doing, requires not just action as in like get going and buy a property, but once you bought that property, there's things that have to happen on a regular basis. Okay? Now, I'm going to go through a few of the myths. Now, when I talk about making money versus the doing, there's a few things I'm not talking about that I don't consider passive investing at all. And those are wholesales and flips. Okay? These are great activities. These are called these are what I call capital gains activities, okay? But they are not passive investing. This is very active investing. They generate chunks of cash. They're necessary activities. I'm not a wholesaler, but I do a lot of flips, and I do my flips so I can make chunks of cash so I can put into passive income activity, right? Now, so I don't care what kind of how scaled up of a business you build. At some point, wholesales and flips require a lot of doing an activity, and it's not something you can take your hands off the wheel very much of at all, even if you scale it up and create a team around it and everything like that. So now, leave your debates in the comments section below, because I've thrown one stink bomb already into the school lunchroom on wholesales and flips. So I'm happy to debate that with you guys, but I do not consider either one of these, no matter how big you make it, passive income activity. When I'm talking about this, I'm talking about rentals, okay? Now, there's other passive income activity you guys can get yourselves into. There's buying mortgage notes. There are things like that. I don't do those things. So there's other folks in Bigger Pockets you can talk to about that. But I am a very active rental purchaser. And so that's what we're going to talk about today when it comes to passive investing, okay? Now, you've got this pot of money, which it takes money if you're going to make true passive income in this business. You have to have money. That's the other myth, or whatever, if you want to call it. You have to have money to go into your deal, okay? Now, there's the other side of it. There's the do. And the do involves the deal and the doer. Okay? Now, the doer is another party that's involved, that's taking action to bring about profit from a deal, okay? And then this is the money person, okay? And a lot of times there's lots of money people. I could draw lots of really, really long arm stick figures up here. This is the money. These are the people that are hoping to make passive income on the opportunity, okay? And what these people are going to do, and this is the right way to do passive investing, by the way, is they're going to put money into a project, okay? And there's somebody else that's going to be the doer, okay? This doer is going to put the money to work on this deal. And this deal could be a multifamily asset, could be a single family home, could be whatever it is. But there's day-to-day doing that's required here to make this deal spin off money that goes back to the investor. And this is the holy grail passive income that comes back to this investor. What makes it truly passive is this doer. Because the doer is over here taking day-to-day action, not finding the opportunity. We spend a lot of time talking about finding great deals in this business. But once you've found the great deal, you've done 25% of the work once you've closed on it. Then you got to do the other 75% of the work, which is to make the deal cash flow, make it make money, make it bring about make it perform basis those goals that you set and basis the underwriting that you did and everything like that. The party just started when you bought the property. Then you got to take it all the way out through management. So this doer is the one that implements the vision that's hopefully created by this person or that's bought into by these people. And the doer says, okay, I'm going to make it happen. This doer is either a property manager. Let's put a pin in that one because I have a comment on that one. Property manager. A syndicator, we'll talk about that too. I'll talk about all these, that's what we'll do. Or a partner. Okay, this one's how I got started, by being a partner for money people. And all that. But we'll talk about briefly about each one of these. What the doer is the person, like I said, that takes this deal and brings it into fruition to spend the money back. Now, that's either a property manager that you hire to manage your asset for you, and then they help keep it performing and get you checks in the mail. The problem with property managers is they don't have ownership, right? Most likely they're just getting paid with a fee. So I'm okay with property managers. I have a property manager that we've hired for a few of our projects. So if one of our really big projects is a property manager on it, you got to be careful because you make sure that they're running it with enough incentives that they want to see the property do as best as it can so that it generates this income for yourself. But this is yet another myth, is the property managers care about it as much as you do if you're on this side. Okay, so you got to find the right property manager that cares about it. And for a few of our deals, we got the property manager to invest a little. We have a 49-unit building, and the property manager bought a small share of the property alongside us. I've not been able to get every property manager to do that, but for that deal they did. And you better believe that deal, I think, does a little better just because they own a chunk of that dirt alongside us. So the property manager is one doer. A syndicator is somebody else that what they do is they go out and find a big apartment complex or a commercial deal, whatever, and they get a bunch of, there's like a lot more stick figures over here. There's a lot of people that get involved and provide the money to that doer, and then that doer goes forth and buys the project. They take a chunk of the profit themselves, and they make that deal make money by managing the property manager, managing the asset, bringing it about, making it make a lot of, hopefully lots of money for these people. That is a great way to make passive income for these people because this doer is tied to the deal, okay? And he's making profit on the deal, and the only way he makes money, the syndicator, he or she makes money, is if this deal is profitable, right? So that's called a syndicator, and that happens on large projects. We do a lot of these now. There's a lot of folks on bigger pockets doing it. And the last one is a partner. And this is how we first got started. This is like a mini syndication. This means like this one person here says, hey, I've got some money. I have like $50,000 and I want to put it into real estate. But I love my job. I love what I do. I don't want to quit my job. I just want to put that money passively into something. And this person knows this person over here personally, okay? And and says, hey, I see that you have a few real estate assets. I'd like to invest directly with you, and let's get together and do a project. And so my first deal, guy put up 50 grand, and we bought 2 little single-family homes. We just formed an LLC. It wasn't a syndication, just me and him in business together. He personally guaranteed the mortgage alongside me for the mortgage we had to get and everything, but he also put in 50 grand in equity. And he didn't have to lift a finger. It was true passive income for him. I didn't put in anything, but he put in 50 grand, and we were able to buy these 2 little single family homes, and we split the profit 50-50. It was a great opportunity. That partnership is a great way to do a deal because it's true passive income for him. And for me, I was able to get the injection of capital to do a deal that I couldn't have done without it. And I was willing to be the doer, to be the sweat equity in exchange for making the deal happen. It's arrangements like this that passive investing works. Now, it's not passive for people like myself that are doing this thing full time. So for those of you guys that are, deciding which way you want to go in your real estate investing career, you got to decide which way do you want to be on. You want to be on this side where you've got, you can be one of these people that are just, these people probably have jobs and are probably doing this thing truly passively, but they love what they do, or they have jobs they love, over on this side, and they take some of their income and they invest it in real estate over here with doers, okay? I think the majority of people that are on BP, there's plenty of these folks on BP, but on BP also there's people that want to be a full-time doer, okay? That want to be the action taker, the implementer, the deal finder, the deal provider over here on this side. And there's a lot of education on BP on how to get that. But being this person is not passive investing. Now, you're no longer trading hours for dollars, which is good because you're not working for money and you're not putting in time to make money because real estate doesn't require day-to-day hours injected it doesn't pay you by the hour, okay? It pays you by the deal. But to be a doer, you still have to put time in, fairly regularly or whatever, whether it's on conference calls, go out and see the property, whatever it is, to keep this deal continuing to make money on behalf of these folks and on behalf of yourself, okay? So this is passive investing as long as you've got the right doer in place. This is not, and that's okay, all right? It's okay that it's not, because you're able to build a big business with partners that are helping you bankroll your projects and coming and investing alongside you and everything like that. But you're still not, you're able to build a big business and not put in, the more money you make it's not directly tied to the amount of time you put in, which is the biggest gift real estate can give, is time. It gives a lot of it to these folks, and it does give it to these folks. But remember, this is not passive investing. This is business building. It's different, okay? Now, I threw out lots of my opinion in here, but hope you guys don't mind. Please leave comments below. I'd love to debate it, and I'm intentionally throwing out a few things that are a little strong because I'd love to get a good conversation going with you guys, because I love talking to you people. Because it's just an awesome space to have debates like this. So please leave comments below. Leave some thoughts. Let me know I'm crazy or let me know I'm not. It's okay. And I appreciate you guys watching, and have a great and profitable week.